What's going on, everybody? Tim with Marked Out Reptiles bringing you another genetic results video today. Today we are working on episode 15 for the year. We're almost wrapped up, coming to the end within the next couple videos of this segment for 2025. It's been a nice little journey, especially going through and showcasing some of the clutches and pairings that we've been doing after they've already hatched. I really like this, so we do plan on continuing this moving forward with 2026 and future clutches. So as always, if you guys are new viewers and new watchers, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We really hope you enjoy this type of content. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button right there, and let us know in the comments. We always love hearing from you guys. Which animals were your favorite? What you guys like about this series, if you guys like this series, and what we could do better. We're always looking for that information. So be sure to let us know. Start a comment, and we'll be sure to reach back out to you guys. So, as I said, this is clutch 15 on the year. This one's going to be a little bit different. We don't regularly talk about this project too much because it's still something that we're still working to try to fully figure it out. With that being said, we have been able to make a couple crazy animals with this project this year. I'm definitely happy with how they turned out, and we do have an interest to hold some of these back to see if they can further our project a little bit further as we're going through the breeding years. This one definitely has a nice clown in there, which I'm happy with because it's actually a male. We haven't been able to hit a male clown in this project yet. It's been a lot of female heavy over the last couple years that we've been doing it. But yeah, so let's jump into it. Alrighty guys, so here we have it, clutch 15. So this is our Shadow or Project X clutch that we've been working with over the last couple years. So this one comes from we have it labeled as Shadow because that's what we believe it is, and everything lines up to that. But we've been calling it Project S just in case it ends up not being Shadow. It could be something else. We already know that it's not chocolate. We've already went through that and proved all that out. But anyways, so this comes from a Shadow or Project S male. It's double head. Actually, he's triple head. He did prove out to be head exanthic too, so he's triple head hypoclown exanthic. Our female is a Shadow or Project S double head hypoclown, possible head exanthic. I know everything's written on the cards. We're still trying to figure that out. I know that one of the two proved out, and I'm pretty sure it's the male. As you guys can see right there on the clutch card, not the best odds. We did end up getting 6 eggs laid, and we ended up with only 4 making it through incubation. We did lose 2 eggs out of this clutch, which is always a bummer, especially with a clutch like this. So, starting off, first up, we have a male. This is a boy, and as you guys can see, he is a visual clown. He's a lot more busy than I'm used to seeing on regular clowns, and he has that cape kind of shading and blushing behind the head that we've been noticing in this project. Super nice, busy clown. And it definitely looks a little bit different than other clowns that we've produced. Super busy belly. Again, there's not too much. We're still kind of going through this project, trying to narrow it down to figure out what exactly we're making. I've been able to, he's not going to want to stay still. I've been able to tell on some of the non-visual stuff. It's kind of easy to tell what is holding whatever gene this is versus a normal. The color difference is definitely apparent, and I'm able to tell. Things are a lot darker, blacks are a lot blacker, browns are a lot darker browns, but super interesting male clown. And I do not believe that this is a regular clown. I believe this is holding that mystery gene. So excited. This is a boy, so excited to see this boy grow up and hopefully There's no shadow test yet, so maybe sometime in the near future they'll have something that we could test to figure out what's going on here. Next up, animal number 2. Now, this is a female, and this is an animal that we believe is holding that gene. Whatever, if it's Shadow or Project S, whatever it is, she's way, way darker than a normal female. She kind of also has that like chocolatey look to it, the colorations, just the darkness. Um, Trying to get everything in the light to see if you guys can see it, but blacks are a lot darker. The browns are kind of that dark brown. Awesome female. Again, very easy for us to tell when it comes to the single genes and the normals. This girl next to a normal is completely different, so kind of helps us out with seeing and figuring out what is holding that genetic, or if it's a normal. So excited to have this girl. Again, this girl is also 66% hypo clown and possible head exanthic. So we will end up testing this girl over time to see if she's holding any of those 3 to see where she can fit into the future of this project. Animal number 3, and of course he is going into shed. This is another one. I'm pretty sure that this is just going to be a normal. It's a lot different in the pattern, the color when he's out of shed. I have a card marked down as a normal. It's definitely easy to tell between the one that I just showed you and this guy. I don't believe that this one is holding that gene, so as of right now, this boy is just labeled as a normal. He is 66% hypo clown and possibly head exanthic. Fortunately, he's in shed, so he's all gray. You can see that kind of dull color to him, but it's the joys when you guys we were hoping for. Now, this is the last one from this clutch that made it through incubation. So this is a female. Now, this one's tricky because although we see some light coloring, I'm not seeing too many characteristics from what we've seen in the rest of the project with that project, the Project S or Shadow, whatever's going on. Not seeing too much. It's a little bit too light for me, and there's no Orange Dream in this pairing, so if there was Orange Dream, I'd possibly think something else was going on here, but I believe it just could be a variation of a nice normal, and it could be something with the hets showing through. So again, this girl is going to be 66 het hypo clown, possible head exanthic, basic belly, nothing crazy jumping out. And again, on the head, we're used to seeing like some cape and light shadowing going behind the neck, right behind the jawline. I don't see that in this girl, so right now this girl is just labeled as a normal. And while we have both of these girls, so as you can tell, this girl is the one that's pegged as a normal, and this girl is what we believe to have that genetic. And you can tell the very, very different, darker, the pattern's different, it's more grainy with that extra gene. So just a quick little comparison. So there we have it, guys. That's clutch 15 for this year. Again, there's not too much to go off of then, and that we can show with still working pretty heavy in that project, trying to figure out exactly what it is. Obviously, you guys can tell from the couple examples that we showed, we didn't get too many good animals from that clutch. Unfortunately, we lost some during the incubation, but when we did candle the eggs when they were laid, we kind of knew or had a thought that we might lose a couple because they didn't have strong veins going into incubation. Still happy that we made it out with 4 healthy animals. They're eating, thriving, which is always a plus. Obviously, we did get lucky to hit that visual clown male. I'm not sure what's going on with that. To me personally, and what we've hatched out, it doesn't look like a regular clown, so we're hoping that it ends up having that gene in there, that'll definitely help us out in the future. And again, as you guys can tell from the two females that I showed you, you can definitely see the difference in the two females. One that we believe is a normal and one that we believe is holding that extra gene. Whether it's the shadow or Project S is what we've been calling it until we get full confirmation. Now, there are people out there working with the shadow stuff. There is a super that has been made in a few different combos. Unfortunately for us, we've been taking it slow with this project. I didn't want to get overwhelmed and be flooded with a bunch of animals that we didn't know what was going on or what they were. So basically, each year I do a couple pairings from that project. And yeah, unfortunately, we still have yet to hit a super to my knowledge, but we have hit some pretty crazy animals that are just off the wall and just different from the normal or regular clowns and stuff like that. So I'm excited to continue that and see where that goes. Obviously, the clown male and that one female, those are going to be held back and put into the racks to go back into that project. Hopefully, we can do some testing on those and see if the clown male is holding the Xanthic and the Hypo. That'll definitely help us. And that other female, we want to see if she's holding any of the 3 hets in there. Maybe, probably not, but you never know. That's why it's such a great thing that we have our genetic testing so that we can get for sure genetic results. So again, guys, I appreciate you tuning into this episode of Genetic Results, and we'll see you on the next one.